Okay, so you got to write this down. Now watch this. Here's something different. Nick, pick on somebody.
Me.
No, Brill, you already answered one. Nick, pick on somebody, quick. Get them. Who took your machine? I think it was Chavez.
Sorry.
Chavez, you do a root pass. This will help your brother Cruz and a couple of the other guys. The root is too wide and it's got too much buildup, also known as excessive pen.
Your fit up is terrible.
Okay, fed up sucks. Call it like what it is. Quit. If I tell you an 1/8 inch root, why are you giving me a 3/16 root? If you don't know what an 1/8 looks like, start measuring it. How'd you like that for honesty? Sounds salty, doesn't it? Hey, if you're not going to listen, how's it working out for you? Okay, now watch. Potential causes. Fit up stinks. What do you mean by the fit up stinks?
Too wide.
It's either too big of an opening or too small of a landing. Or maybe a little bit of what? Both. You're too loose though. A welder would say, Cruz, you have too loose of a fit up. It's like I tried to explain to him today. A welder, before you guys ever start welding, a journeyman may walk by Cruz's pressure vessels and look at his openings. He's looking at his fit up and he says, hey Cruz, you're loose on everything. You're running a big 1/8 inch. That means you're on the big side. You're actually closer to 3/16. Or they may say, Cruz, you're on the tight side. That means he's smaller. So there is a small 8, an 8, and a big 8. You got to look at it like that, yeah? Because a lot of our fit-ups, we're what? We're eyeballing. Okay? Okay, so potential cause for excessive pen. Root opening too big?
High wire feed speed too high.
No. Root opening too big. Hey, you see how I stopped you right away? That is how rumors get put across this shop and people actually start welding even worse, you guys. It's folklore what you're saying. I'm giving you the exact and only the exact, right? Okay, root opening too big, or it could be landing too. Okay, Burrell said, Hackney, I just got excessive pen. I know for a fact my opening and my landing were perfect. Well, then it's not number one, is it? What's the second cause? Maybe the dude's too hot. Has you ever thought about that? Turn your settings down. See how you got to memorize this, you guys? Okay, good. Third, Cruz, you were doing it too. You were doing number 3, I'm pretty sure. What is it? Travel speed too slow on the root pass. You're going so slow that the keyhole is getting big. And once the keyhole's big, you're done. Game over. Ivan.
Yes.
So I want you to quit making up folklore. For now on with underclassmen, they get excessive pen, you're going to say there's 3 potential causes and this is it, period. And it's up to you to do process of a lemma. Okay, tell them what it is. I'm an underclassman.
It is slow, your trail speed too slow, you're running too hot, or your fit up sucks.
Yeah, it's one of the 3. How hard is it to figure out? If you were there doing the fit up, is the fit up loose, tight, or perfect? Is the landing on the big side or small side, or is it perfect? If you know your fit up, question for you, does fit up take any talent?
No.
Or it just takes paying what? Attention. So if fit up doesn't take talent, maybe a person should work on their fit up a little better. That way it eliminates half your problems. Wallace, did you get them? They're in the desk right there, so they're awesome too, Wallace. Okay, all right, later. So do you guys understand? No penetration at all.
Too bold. Lining is too big.
Fit up is too tight, landing may be too big.
Too fast.
You're welding too fast, or you're just plain set too cold. That's what you would put. So Jonah, what is it for no pin?
Too cold, too tight, too much of a landing,
Or travel speed too
too fast.
fast. That's what no pin. Now you guys, I'm gonna tell you something, and I feel bad for you guys too, okay? I do, you guys. Trent and me and Manny came from the code industry, you guys. We were code welders, so we've had 20 years to memorize this crap. Well, you don't have 20 years, because if you can't do it from day one, you won't be there, yeah? But the thing is I'm sitting here hammering Burrell, you gotta learn all this! And I get fired up, and Trent gets fired up, Manny gets fired up. And I recognize that as young guys, right now you're still maybe not working at that sense of urgency, but it's like me always telling you, work on it before it's too late, because you're not gonna like the outcome. You'll have a degree on the wall in welding, and you'll be over there working for Sears. Is that where you wanted to go at all? I saw one of my students the other day at Home Depot. I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, I work in the welding section. You're stocking welders and you sell welders, but you have a welding degree on the wall, and you're making 11 bucks. Okay, it's a job. Guys, look at it positive, but it's not really where that dude wanted to go. So what I'm telling you guys is, and it showed today, you guys, when we were talking, you need to get these dang notes, you need to get organized, turn them into flashcards, and start banging them hard. Does that make sense? Beat it in your what? Because guys, once you do that, if you don't believe me, Jared will tell you your welding will skyrocket in the lab if you would just do what I tell you to do. I used to be the same as you. I know most young guys are like, theory sucks, let's go weld, it's fun. But if you don't know what you're doing here and you can't troubleshoot, you're just gonna make a mess of it. Example, your pipe projects. You weld it all the time, how they look when you're done. You had 35 pounds of weld on an 8-pound part. And they still leak, didn't they? Did you even pressure test them?
Yeah.
Did anybody in here do any, not have any leaks?
And two.
You had 2? That's not bad. Probably start and stop on the MIG, probably. Usually. So do you guys see what I'm saying? See how we're constantly hammering you? Okay, so I want you to bang through this fast. Get those brains turning. Cruz, pick on somebody, quick. Ivan, penetration is too narrow and it's got a ton of buildup.
Penetration, too narrow, tons of buildup, it's your, travel speed, travel angle.
Travel angle, good. Cruz, root opening is wide and flat. Wide and flat is your penetration. Chris? Not enough travel angle. Do you see the difference? Some of you are still sitting there like stones. Burrell's already made the change. He's going for it. He will be better than you soon enough. Jonah, excessive pin.
Too hot, landing too small, opening too big,
Or your travel speed is too
slow.
slow. See how you're troubleshooting yourself? So next time you bring me one with excessive penetration, you say, Hackney, what happened? I'm gonna say it could be one of those 3. You're supposed to memorize it and make your game of adjustment. There's only one guy in here, 2 guys. Who were the 2 guys that had the 2 best root passes? Call like what it is. Who was it? It was Greg and Chavez. Do I want you to change anything at all on the roots? Never again. You did roots that were industry standard. Whatever your root opening is, whatever your landing is, and whatever your setting, and whatever your travel speed, you're gonna leave it that exact same way. Pipe or plate. Roots are roots. Same with stick, pipe or plate. Do you guys understand? Okay, I got penetration down 4 inches of my plate, and the last 2, there's no penetration at all. Your fit up probably closed on you. You're too sloppy with your what? With your fit up. Quit being sloppy. Hey, high low, partner. High low, acceptable, not acceptable, what caused
Not
it?
acceptable.
Say guard.
Guard.
That's what it is. So what caused it?
It's too easy.
You were probably had spatter on the table that you set those coupons on, or what?
Too small.
Or your tacks were too short and it allowed it to cool. Hey, you guys, you know which one that's famous for? Jared will tell you. Quals for TIG. If you do too short of a tack when you weld the roots, it goes high, low. Better start making tacks that are appropriate. Okay, yeah, Hunter.
And it also close up the fit up if your tacks are too small too.
That's right, and it'll close your fit up, and then that's why you won't get penetration on half of it. You guys okay on this? Cruz, pick on somebody. Jonah, you're in Trenton stick class. You do a root pass, and it looks like this on this side. Did you get penetration or no?
No.
How do you know you didn't get pen? You can't see to the
Oh,
back
can't see
side.
the root?
How do you know you didn't get pen?
Actually, I might have gotten pen because not as high of a crown.
There's not wagon tracks and there's no worm in it.
That's right. You can't learn things if you're not what? Here. Or paying attention. You guys were taught in stick. This is stick only. If you ever get a worm with wagon tracks on the bevel side, you got pen on the back side. That means it all went to the back side. You're good. If you ever get something, Jonah, that is flat, that means the puddle started building that way. It didn't go through.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's stick only though. It's a trick I learned. It's how pipe welders know if they have any repairs. What do you got?
I got a question now. Depending on how big of a worm is, does that dictate how big of a root reinforcement is?
Usually the width of this is usually the width of that on the backside. Usually. So it's gonna match.
No, I'm just saying like a buildup, like let's say if it's.
No. The only thing that dictates buildup on a root is your travel angle. Yeah. So it doesn't, yeah, how high it's standing up in the bevel doesn't mean how much buildup you have on the backside. You can't trust that. Always try to weld with a 10 to a 15 degree travel angle and you'll be fine. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so anyways, guys, just constantly reviewing. Is this the first time you've heard this? So why did I go back over it? Why do I keep going back over the same thing over and over?
Take people 3 times.
Because people need to hear stuff 3 to 5 times. After that, I'm gonna let you bury yourself in your education. So you get serious, okay? All right, who's got a Sharpie, you guys?
I got one on my toolbox.
Oh, Jonah's got one. Okay, so we look at these. Now remember, 5 points on discontinuities. How much on defects? Okay. -5, change weld size. You need to know what you did. Okay, is his backstepping good or could he do it a little better? How do you say that? Because the crater is below the surface, -5. I'm gonna put backstep. Needs the backstep better. I notice these welds are a lot shinier, at least take pride in them, yeah? Okay. Crooked as a what?
Politician.
-5 for a crooked cap. So discontinuity or defect?
This time to.
Discontinuity. I wanted to hit, should I hit John on spatter? Bill, see if you can fill any, or did he chisel it off? If he loses half a letter grade on spatter, I'd say, John, doesn't take any friggin' talent to de-spatter. Come on, man. What, are you soft?
I mean, there's spatter there.
Put your head as a head welder.
There's spatter.
Is paint crew gonna come back pissed? Being honest, John, I would love. I made him do it. And you know what? I love what he did to you. That's your own posse saying, put me in a little what?
Little bitch.
No. L ends with a Y.
Loser.
No, lazy.
L ends with a Y?
I didn't let him finish this though. I didn't let him finish.
Hey, I'd love to take an English class with him, wouldn't you? I'd sit right next to him and shine like a superstar. Okay, LP. He's got an LP on the backside. He did not do a short repair. LP is a lack of pen. It's an automatic what? It's a fail, but I'm going to give you a -10 for it because you should have fixed it. Does that make sense? Hey, could you have fixed that LP with a short repair?
Yeah.
It cost you 10 points. How'd it work out for you?
Not too good.
Yeah. -10 on his LP. Who had an LP and fixed it?
I had like 2.
And it works, huh? Okay, so Jonah, you are at, I could hit you a little bit of a choppy toe, but I'm gonna leave it alone. You're at an 80. You B performer, B- performer?
No, I'm not.
You gonna write home to mommy about a B-? Say, oh, I'm doing great at seeing that. You need to step up into the A ring. That's what we're trying to get you to do. I'm gonna bust you for high-low. -10, high-low. Make your tax what?
Bigger.
Longer. Are you hitting this with a chipping hammer? Where's all these dents coming from?
The hammer. Trying to fix the high low.
Well, high low's over here, not over here.
Well, it was over here at first. Yeah.
Excessive what?
Okay, -10.
Like my grade going down. The closest I go. What do you see? It didn't tie in on the penetration side. So you needed to cut it back a little bit what? Further. So you have a true lack of fusion on the penetration side. Where is fusion? Where's the only place lack of fusion can happen?
Groove side.
On what part of the weld though? Fusion. A welder would say, Burrell, you don't have tie-in. What are they talking about? The toes. So you got penetration, did it not penetrate? But you didn't get fusion on the penetration. So a welder would say you didn't tie in. Another 10. Dude, you were here. That is who you are right now. Until you better yourself. The only thing I can get this guy for is excessive pen. I'm gonna hit this guy on his back step.
It was there, it just fell down.
He held it way too long. Root pass is beautiful. He's got lack of fill wear. What side are we looking at?
Cap.
His cap, because he's not seeing the toes of his puddle go over the bevel edge. Is it undercut or lack of fill?
Lack of fill.
What would a beginner call it? Undercut. And I'm like, no, it looks like undercut, but it's lack of fill. You got an LF, it's -10. His back step's pretty good. His root's dirty good. Who is this? Dude, you can weld, man. You need to keep going with it. A little lack of filler. Not a bad cap. Not a bad root. I'm gonna get this guy on ripple spacing. Other than that, he's legit. Is this you, Jared?
Yeah.
You got a good root? Pretty good cap? You were the guy that got a lot of buildup on your cap, but
Yeah.
you're still within code. Jared, yeah, okay, Jared, you want to tell them, what ranking were you the first time you took quals?
Q3 every time.
Look at what he's throwing now. What does that tell you? Sometimes people need to take the class more than what? And did it open him up? Now he's actually in the top. I haven't changed weld size. Discontinuity or defect?
Discontinuity.
It's a discontinuity.
-5.
-5. I'm gonna hit you on wiggly toes too. I think you can weld straighter. -5. Okay, so question for you guys. Look at Ivan's root. Fix him. Are you sure about that?
I can't see that far right there, yeah.
Right there it is, but look at the way the root looks. Fix him, easy.
Just travel angle down.
Yep.
Why do you say it's travel angle?
It's crowned up.
Slightly.
It's gotta be something else too. It's crowned up and it's
Too hot.
narrow. See how you're just throwing crap out there? Can't do that. What did I just teach you guys? When a root passes narrow and it's got more buildup than it is wide, it's too much what? You're too much travel angle. If you take your travel angle out, it'll get wider and a little bit flatter looking. You guys understand? It's easy to get it wrong though, huh, when you're first learning, huh? You want to participate, but when you throw it out there, Hackney's like, no! You just got to keep taking
That's
the
where
abuse.
repair happened.
I don't care about that. You probably did right here, Ivan, get excessive pen. I bet you if you measured that, that is more buildup than an eighth of an inch.
Anybody got tea?
You believe me?
I believe you.
You want to bet it? So
I'll grab a tape.
There's one right there.
I get your monster all the time.
I know you.
Here.
I say this is more than an eighth. I may be wrong.
It's under 16.
That's
Under
not under
16.
Well, I mean,
Crooked as a
that.
drunk Russian. Crooked like a politician.
He's like, that's how we measure in Russia.
We get it and then divide it and then subtract some more.
No, no.
And then you got it.
There.
Then you got my
I ain't
answer.
found it.
oh, okay.
About 5:30 seconds.
Put it back to the eighth. Okay, now you're at an eighth right here. Is this higher than this? You gotta look at it from the side.
Yeah.
What did I say? Agnes' eye is never wrong. Yeah? So you got excessive,
Pen.
but even excessive pen, I'm gonna tell you guys something. And Burrell, I really want you guys to hear me. You're not gonna be perfect right away. There's gonna be times when Burrell, seriously, you're gonna question yourself. I suck. Maybe I should just what?
Quit.
Don't be that guy. Don't be a quitter. You'll get it. Just keep trying, right? You're just not having a good day. So I'm going to tell you guys something, though, that I've seen out in industry. Sometimes a CWI will let excessive penetration pass. So if Burrell did get excessive pen, sometimes they're like, well, try not to do that, but it's getting buried in the ground. Nobody's going to see it anyway. And the theory is even excessive pen is better than
No pen.
no pen. You don't want either one, but if you had to pick one or the over, excessive.
Can't beat them up.
No.
Can't beat him up.
You can't beat them up, you can't shank them, and you can't hit them with a golf club. And you can't tell them dinosaurs were around in '85. But do you guys see why we keep pulling you in here doing this crap? And we're gonna continue to do it until you make your game of what? Trust me, you're tired of hearing it. I'm tired of saying it. How'd that be? So just learn it. So I'd have to quit saying it. So Ivan, you're an 85, son. You're a B, not an A.
What time you go to lunch on Fridays?
Huh? We go to lunch from 12 to 1 is when we shut the shop down. Jared will tell you, some people, when I tell them 12 to 1, they'll show up at 11:55 saying I'm ready to weld, and I'm like, we're going to lunch.
Yeah, I know.
This last Friday, I told the dude, hey man, we're going to lunch. He had just shown up, right? I'm not gonna tell you who. You were there. I already had lunch, heck, now I'm good. I'm gonna keep welding. Well, good for you. I haven't.
I did it last year. So
Yeah,
that's
you
why-
were that guy, but that was the old Woodrow. New Woodrow's 5.0 version. Okay, Woody, is that yours down there, the one that's not
ain't
welded?
got one.
You didn't got one?
No.
So whoever this is, I'm just gonna bark at you the first time. It's your get out of jail free card. Because some people were homesteading the friggin' what? Track torch. It all depended on who you guys got behind as whether you got done or not, okay?
Internet was way below 50, so we had to change it out.
Oh, so you had to change it out, fair enough. So, but Jared, tell him next time you get this crap what?
Done.
Get it done, you're men. I ain't gonna treat you like boys. I'd never insult you like that, John.
No excuse. I don't need no pass.
No, here, I'll give you it's okay to be that guy. That's what your mommy would say. But eventually I'm gonna start giving you a letter grade when it's late.
So I don't wanna pass, I'll be here on Friday.
Oh, you're gonna be that guy, huh?
I got to.
You got to, if you're gonna stay on top of the class. Greg, now you gotta smash these guys. You gotta tell them, catch me if you can, boys.
One day gonna beat you.
They probably will. Hey,
I know
but on
where
a
to live.
serious note, pop off to them a little bit. To the victors go the spoils. You have to tell them, catch me if you can.
Hey, Greg's not like that, man.
Oh, you just heard that, pod. He runs the pod right now, Jonah.
Don't worry, wait till Friday.
We'll see. So, do you guys see how it's time to start getting a little bit competitive? Would you guys agree? Were you guys ever competitive in your other classes? Have you noticed in Trent's class and this class
We
it's
are
starting to
the
get
bad
competitive?
news bears.
We are the bad news bears, and we're gonna whip you up in the state champs. Winter lane, baby. If you're not first,
You're last.
Ricky Bobby, great man. Ricky Bobby. Talladega Nights.
I've never seen that.
never seen
It's a
Talladega
racing
Nights?
show with Will
Of course he
Ferrell.
has.
You'd probably like it.
That's a
Yeah.
redneck. That's a redneck.
That is your
show.
homework this weekend. You're to watch Talladega Nights.
That's the best.
It's
movie.
called The Legend of Ricky
Still
Bobby,
keep that
Talladega
all
Nights.
day.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, he has two first names. That's what he even says in the show, huh?
That's my favorite.
That's two first names.
No,
He's a big, hairy winning machine. So anyways, are you guys okay on
You're gonna
this?
hate the movie.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you guys, you're gonna take your medicine, and guys, the grading's gonna get tougher. Jared will tell you, okay? I'm letting a little bit slide right now, but we're getting you there. Now, we gotta do 2G. So Jonah, are you actually gonna write this down and take notes and actually go into stuff prepared? Yeah? You ready to be that guy? Okay. So I'm gonna give you the tipsandtricks.com, okay?
I've seen that before.
What? Tips and tricks?